Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman. With me today is my man, Rob. Rob, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, guys?
We are here to review Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory 2019. We're going to run down the entire show and everything else. But first, we're going to tell you guys how to help out the stream. If you could, please make sure that you click that like button. Helps out with the algorithms. More people get to see the video. And there's not a lot of brothers doing Impact Wrestling videos. So if you guys want to see them keep on coming, hit the like button. Also, if you're in the live chat, come in the live chat. We could talk some Impact Wrestling. I want to hear what you guys thought of the show. Impact doesn't get shown enough love, and I like to hear what the people think of it, even if you are someone who loves it or someone who dislikes it. Let me hear what you guys have to say, and you guys can do the same thing in the comment section down below. I will always respond to everybody. The current state that I'm in, not a lot of people leave comments, but once you leave them, I will reply to you as long as I don't start getting overwhelmed with them, but right now we're doing good on that. With that being said, Rob, let's talk about this pay-per-view show. Overall, what was your hype level going into this?
Oh, well, me, I was... You know what? I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
King.
We're not acknowledging that. But, yeah. Impact, wouldn't say I'm necessarily a lapsed fan. I don't really watch it too much anymore, but I read the results. I try to catch some of the highlights online weekly, but I do like what they've been doing lately.
Yeah, Impact Wrestling isn't bad, is what I like to say. What's up, Nathan Wallace? Impact Wrestling isn't bad. I think a lot of people should really give it a chance if you're a lapsed fan. You remember a few years ago, I said I was never going to watch this product again.
I know.
And then once Dixie was out, I gave it a chance again. I missed the whole entire Bobby Lashley, almost all of Alberto El Patron, Drew Galloway and all them being in there. I didn't see any of that shit.
You know what got me back into it was that the Beatdown Clan.
MVP yeah. Joe. You know what? For me, it was Matt Hardy, the Broken Universe. Yeah, that was really what got me into it a lot. So I wasn't really too mad about it. What's going on, everybody? I see some people joining in. Just don't forget, get in that live chat. Click that like button. Help a brother out. Let's see. Nathan Wallace says, hiya. Nathan Wallace, baby. The Restless Traveling Man in the house. What's going on? John L. Jackson, what's going on, brother? How are you? Did you guys get a chance to check out Impact, or are you here to see if it's worthwhile? Let's get into this, Rob. They were in Chicago, Illinois. Kind of the mecca of pro wrestling lately.
Yo, King is not having it tonight, man. I agree with you on that, but...
We'll talk, because I actually picked him to win one of my matches in my predictions. But there was a sellout tonight in Chicago for this show. What do you think? Sellout with a low amount of people? Still a sellout?
Sellout's a sellout, man.
Can't be mad at it, right?
Flaunt whatever you got.
They did their thing. They were in Chicago. They were in a small venue. The name of it is slipping my mind, but it's in the description box down below. Also with links to the merch store and all of our social medias. Make sure you follow us on everything. Pro wrestling. All right, so let's start off with the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. Now, this was basically like a Royal Rumble-esque type battle royal, and the winner gets to face any title holder of their choosing. This match had a lot of people in it, a lot of mix-ups.
Let's talk about a surprise entrant.
Well, we got to start off with what's known. Eddie Edwards was known coming in at number 1 during this match, so he must have been picked, and then Shera was going to be the last entrant. So we went in knowing that. We had a bunch of surprise entrants in this one, Rob. The first one that I saw was Joey Ryan, King of the Indies. What's your thoughts on Joey? Joey's a controversial character in pro wrestling, period. What do you think?
What Joey does works. So I have no problem with it.
There were a lot of chicks in the match, and he was telling them to grab it.
I'll tell you this much, though. If I'm ever in a crowd and he throws that damn lollipop over, I'm hopping the barricade and beating the shit out of you. Promise you that.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy Harris. I appreciate the follow, good sir. Thank you. Chicago is a big wrestling city. Absolutely, King. One of the best. That's why I'm not mad that they held the event here. So in this, we saw him. We also saw an appearance from Johnny Swinger.
Blast from the past.
If you guys don't know, he's from WCW days. Johnny Swinger is actually a pretty good wrestler. You would catch him on Nitro. He's more of a upper enhancement talent kind of guy. He's the guy Goldberg would beat in his second or third match. So Johnny Swinger was in this. We saw Fulton. If you guys don't know, he was from NXT. Do you remember his name?
Sawyer Fulton?
Was it Sawyer Fulton down there?
I believe so. I don't know.
Something like that. He was originally in Sanity. Either way, the same thing happened with that group. Rip. King says he hates Joey Ryan. Kosk95 says BFG was great. And we're going to get into all of those matches too, Kosk. Yes, and Joey Ryan has been confirmed as signing as well. I was going to save that for later once we found out in the show. But yes, Joey Ryan has signed with Impact Wrestling. Good signing for them.
Yeah, good for him.
He should have been put as a more valuable player in my mind early on. Like, I don't know why they never used him properly back then.
I think he was more committed to his own thing. What's it called? Bar wrestling?
Mm-hmm. Well, now he's definitely committed to bar. He turned down AEW. But he also didn't want to turn down his gimmick, probably. Yeah. What he's got going on with that.
Yeah, you weren't putting that on TNT.
Hell no. In this match, we had Swoggle show up. My man Horny.
I want to see other people defend this, but then get mad at Marco Stunt.
Oh, touche. Touche with the Marco Stunt comment. Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer showed up. Now, I got to give a shout out to one of my boys. B, I'm not even going to say your whole name. But we talked about this. And he says Tommy Dreamer is always like the worst surprise entrant in a battle royal. And I think Josh Matthews even acknowledged it on commentary with Don Callis tonight. Just freaking hilarious.
I mean, you know how they got what's his name? Buddy Murphy over at SmackDown as the best kept secret.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer should start calling himself the worst kept secret because he shows up everywhere.
Yeah. Tommy Dreamer, if you're in Philadelphia, you could be in San Jose. If they say there's a surprise entrant, Tommy Dreamer is possibly that person.
Shit, Tommy's going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble this year, I think.
Chill. I don't want that. So, looking at this, also real quick, speaking of the commentary team, when you guys see the commentary team in this, there was a mention of Don Callis and being Cyrus at an ECW pay-per-view in 1999. So, shout out to Josh Matthews for knowing his wrestling history there.
From the network.
That's right, TNN. And Sabu was the last person who I considered a surprise for this. I mean, we had Kylie Ray as well. Jordan Grace was in this. A lot of the women got to compete with the guys, so it's becoming more widespread that the women and the men will be competing with each other. You mean Juicy Joey Ryan?
It's kind of like you see that AAA or CMLL influence where they're mixing gender or intergender wrestling, like they don't care. So,
Mr. Harris, we'll get into that, Jeremy. I promise you. I saw your question you just asked about the X Division. We'll talk about it in a few. Folks coming in, make sure you click that like button for us. Get in the live chat. I want to hear what you guys thought of the show or of what we're discussing anyway. Leave your thoughts on it. But let's get to the final four of this match, Rob. So the last four people were Eddie Edwards, Falaba, Fulton, and Shira. So basically there's three big boys and Eddie Edwards in there. In the end, Falaba's the first one to go out. Fulton's next. And then it comes down to Shira and Eddie Edwards. And the Boston Knee Party gets Eddie Edwards the win. He gets a shot at the championship. What do you think of Eddie Edwards' new character? I mean, we went back with him from Ring of Honor days, and he's not the same guy he once was.
Eddie Edwards should have been bigger in the business than he is, but I kind of blame that on Davey Richards.
For that NXT match? Bro, I will never forgive Davey Richards. He almost dropped someone on their head in their NXT tryout. It's on the network. Go back and watch it. I don't know if they edited out the part where he drops him almost, but that's what cost them their chance. They could have been like the Undisputed Era before it was them. I felt really bad for them, but C+ of a match. I thought it was all right for what it was.
They were called the American Wolves, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
They were a good team, man. I miss Davey Richards a little bit. Good Ring of Honor champion too, I thought.
Yeah.
So Callis and Matthews, they get on the commentary after this, and they're discussing Access TV, and they talk about Cage. And Cage has requested in the main event that it is a no DQ match, and they think it could be pretty foolish with Sami Callihan and OVE all lined up with everything. What do you think, Rob? What do you think about the Access TV deal first? I guess we'll talk about.
You know, I'll try to check it out. It's on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, so. And let it be known that they had to buy their own network to get a better TV deal than that stupid fishing channel they were on. But I'm not mad at it.
I mean, if you're gonna do business with somebody, you know, Mark Cuban's not a bad guy.
Hell no. Matt Lopez, what's good though? But if they were on Shark Tank, I'm pretty sure that he would not take the deal. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, it was the American Wolves, he said. See? He's on top of it. Matt Lopez is my Ring of Honor guy, bro. I gotta show him some love. C+, we get to the main event. Let's talk about the Impact Knockout Championship match. We had Taya Valkyrie versus Tenille Dashwood.
My girl Taya.
I'm a Taya fan, dude. I love Taya since Lucha Underground. I did not know of her before that. I like her.
She's my favorite woman in wrestling right now.
Ooh, that's a bold claim.
It's been like that for like the last year and a half.
I feel you on that. What about Tenille Dashwood, the former Emma?
I hope she sticks around and actually like does something meaningful. Because I'm a fan of hers too.
She's just been hopping though. She's been like hopping to Ring of Honor, women, whatever.
As long as she's happy.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought she'd be a bigger deal in like some of these other like AEW and all these people are signing people. I'm surprised they don't want her, but maybe it's just not the right time. Taya has spent 287 days as the Knockouts champ. This is the longest single reign in history, not collective with all the title reigns added up, but single reign. That's a big deal for her. Do you really think the company's that much behind her? Like, I felt like it took her a while to get the title too.
I mean, I would hope so because has it been confirmed that what's her husband's name? John Morrison, John Impact,
Hennigan. Whatever. Oh, there was some jokes about that too. We'll get into that in the entrance. But yeah,
is he officially gone?
He hasn't been on TV
because I know she still has a lot of commitments down at CMLL, and I know they have the partnership with Impact, so I think they want to do whatever they can to keep her happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe they could bring him back in. I don't know what's going on with that. Nobody's really confirmed. We haven't seen any like new debuts, and maybe WWE's hiding it. And I see 9 likes, folks. Let's get that to them double digits for me, please. And during the entrance, Johnny Bravo comes out with Taya, and he's carrying a fake dog. And during the entrance, Don Callis said, "Oh, that's their dog, Hennigan." And I didn't know if that was an insider joke or what that was. It felt awkward, though, to me. So I was just like, all right, cool with that. I don't know why he had a stuffed dog, too. It wasn't the real dog that they have, but whatever. I'm sure maybe this was a shot at Cody and them, too, with the dog, with Pharaoh. I don't know. But in the match, they had a good back and forth. It was sloppy at parts, but I think some of the sloppiness came into protecting. Tenille Dashwood was on the apron at one point with Taya, and Taya was going to do like a package pile driver on the apron, and the grip really wasn't there, and they didn't look comfortable, so she kind of just fell on her butt, and then they rolled to the floor. Got the same effect, but it was safer. Like, I was just like, yeah, abandon the spot if it's not working. I don't want to see somebody get hurt from that.
I agree.
Emma's going to AEW in 2020 or back to WWE. That's a bold prediction.
She ain't going back to WWE.
Think she
that much.
Hey, she likes Tim Hortons. That's all I know when I met her. So they got out of those spots or whatever, but the finish I really, really like. It reminded me of old school pro wrestling. So Johnny Bravo keeps interfering, and the ref's telling him he's got to go. He slides the chain into Taya. Taya goes to use it. Tenille ducks, rolls up, and you think it's over. 1, 2, and the ref's hand just misses the 3. The chain went flying, and Emma gets rid of the chain. And as soon as you think that this match is going to be over, Glam Slam, I forgot what she calls it. She has a specific name for it, but it's basically the Glam Slam. 1, 2, 3. Taya retains, bro. Unbelievable. I thought Tenille Dashwood had this where she would end the reign, but
nah.
What do you think though? How long is Taya in for this then? Like, I don't know who's next to take it off of her or what's the move.
As long as she wants to keep it.
I guess that's where we're at with it.
You know, I'd like to see Rosemary get another shot.
Rosemary was over in the Battle Royal, can I just say that? Rosemary's
awesome.
I'm not going to lie. She's one of the tags for this video. Like, not even fronting. Just because so many people love her. And I did not know she was that popular, but people really dig the Rosemary character. I gave this match a C+ as well. So the first 2 matches start off with C+ for me. Little rough around the edges, but I love the finish for this one. Classic pro wrestling finish. And I wasn't mad at it. Let's get into the Impact Tag Team Title 3-Way match. We had Rob Van Dam and Rhino versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann versus the champs, the North.
If I'm going to describe this in one word, it's fun.
Absolutely. It was really good. What do we got here for a comment? Nathan Wallace says Taya versus Cage. Knockouts title versus world title. Ooh. I think that's too soon.
Whoa, I don't remember that match they had in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
That was fun. That's what actually made me a fan.
Nathan Wallace might be onto something here. And Matt Lopez says Rosemary is awesome. And King says Rosemary is over. All right. So this was a fun tag team match. Absolutely love this one. You kind of got like the ECW legends of Rob Van Dam and Rhino on one side. You got the fun team of Rich Swann and Willie Mack, who they just can do amazing things. And then the North are the wrestlers, and they're going to get the heat for everybody in this match. I thought it was a lot of fun. You'll see lots of moves from Willie Mack that no guy his size should be doing. Same thing with Rich Swann. He's doing dives, flips, everything else. Rob Van Dam even looked like he could go. I like Rob Van Dam in a tag role because he's limited to what he does. He can hit his spots.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So as long as he can still keep going, still looks great, keep it up.
So Rob Van Dam and Rhino are in this match. Now we get to the point to where there were some awkward spots, but Rob Van Dam's in the ring, Rhino's in the ring. Basically everybody's down and they're setting up for the gore. People were popping to get the gore to happen. Hey, what's going on, bands? Excuse me. What's up?
Bands.
Yeah. So during it, this is right where you're at the perfect spot. Rob Van Dam, Rhino's getting ready to hit the gore. The fans are going nuts for it. I believe in it. You believe in it. And then what does Rob Van Dam do, Rob?
Super kick.
Super kicks Rhino in the face. Rob Van Dam turns heel. You brought up a good point. When was the last time you think we saw Rob Van Dam as a heel?
As an active heel? We'll say
official, we'll say, because Invasion, technically.
Was he, though?
He
was still getting cheered.
Yeah, but they were the heel side.
Last time I saw him as an active heel was Mr. Monday Night in ECW.
On Raw, actually, in 1997, where he was teaming with Jerry Lawler with Sabu and Bill Alfonso. If I hear Bill Alfonso's whistle ever again in my life, bro, I'm shoving it up somebody's ass.
Fun fact about that angle, too.
The whistle.
Kind of gross, but when they invaded ECW with Jerry Lawler and he came to Tommy Dreamer, he exploded one of his testicles.
Thank you for that random fact of the day. Testicles explode. So what ends up happening is the North end up getting the victory. I love the North's tag finisher, by the way. They set you up in kind of like a burning hammer, but he flips you over into his partner. Ethan Page ends up hitting you with like kind of a sky-high finisher. And then, represent D'Lo Brown. Thank you. And 1, 2, 3. I give this a B+. I thought this was a really fun match. Really dope.
What do you say? No more whole effing show theme anymore. I love it. Imagine RVD with cigarettes walking in the ring and maybe Moose as his bodyguard with females.
Why would Rob Van Dam have to smoke cigarettes? You know what he really smokes. Like, come on now.
I don't know if you can do that on TV, though.
It's a show.
What I want to see, like, bring his ladies' man persona. Well, not persona. He's actually living his life right now.
Bands, the reason we were talking about RVD heel in WWF was because he technically was a heel, but he was really a babyface because everybody was cheering him. Jeff Hardy heel turn. Connor, what's up, brother? All right, so North get the win, B+ match. Let's get into this Michael Elgin and Marufuji match. If you guys don't know about Marufuji since Ring of Honor days, you have to go back in your history time machines. I've probably got some of the matches back here on the DVDs behind me that I never watch anymore and they collect dust. But
some of those are mine, by the way.
You got my super bad. All right, come on now. You shot on me, man. Now we're going to shoot interview.
Don't worry, I had his ECW One Night Stand DVD for about 3 years straight.
Bro, best DVD. But when we get into this match, Marufuji is someone you really need to take a look at, and he still has it when we watch this one. I thought it was a really fun, hard-hitting match that turned up. Like, in the beginning, it was kind of for me, but it turned up.
They were feeling each other out, but...
And Michael Elgin came from New Japan Pro Wrestling, like, a few years ago. Was it a year ago now at this point? I don't know. It was a little bit ago. But Michael Elgin was, like, the
fired.
Yeah, he was the pre-show, like, warrior for New Japan. And the guy can go. He's a great wrestler. Big dude. You know that they're going to wrestle Japanese style. They're going to hit each other hard, and they're going to bring it.
Yeah, this was as stiff as it comes, but...
Sponsored by Blue Chew. So, in this match, though, hard-hitting, Marufuji was delivering some sick kicks in any which way you could imagine. He was kicking them between the legs, on the corner, on the outside, while he's on the apron. You saw some really good stuff here. Lots of lariats, clotheslines that knocked you to hell, and power bombs and everything else. But what ended up winning the match was a burning hammer. I love that move from Japan. That goes way back.
Yeah, that's a dangerous move to pull off, but... done properly, it looks devastating.
Yeah,
there was a lot of spots in this match too. They were dropped on the back of their neck, their head.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was
typical Japan.
Strong style. Michael Elgin ends up getting the victory here for this one, though. And in his victory, using that burning hammer, I give it a grade of a B. I thought it was a fun match.
Let's go over to the chat really quick.
What do you got?
You got King says RVD come to the ring smoking weed. See, you want him to get booed. I feel like this day and age that'll get him cheered even more.
Yeah.
Somebody says this match was really good. In the future, the North versus the Briscoes versus the Heretics from what was that? NUW versus the Balance of Chaos from DBW. I'm gonna have to check those out. NUW and DBW.
Have to see where we can get those. Maybe on Power Slam TV. Flipping my notes. You ready to the next match, Rob?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Holy shit match of the night. The one match you know you can't sleep on. And I see 9 people in the chat here who haven't clicked that like button yet. Help a brother out, man. You guys like these Impact reviews. Click that like button, man. I greatly appreciate it. We're at 12. Let's see if we can push it to 15 maybe here. X Division Championship. This is a ladder match. Now, we didn't know all the participants in this ladder match until yesterday. So in this match, we have Jake Chris, someone who I've interviewed on my podcast before. Make sure you guys check that out in the Linktree description below. If you guys go in the archives, you can find my interviews with Jake Chris, Conrad Thompson, Chris Van Vliet. Big names, you know. Help a brother out.
Marty the Moth.
Oh, yes. Shout out to Marty. Jake Chris was in this match. He's the current X Division champion versus Tessa Blanchard versus Daga. If you've never seen Daga in Lucha Underground, dope. AC Romero is in this one. He just signed, and
last night, right?
Yeah, last night, right on Scott D'Amore's back. And Ace Austin coming out with that fake ass Gambit stuff. But I love Ace Austin. I think he's a great wrestler from MLW and everywhere else. All right, with the likes, make it 20. So in this match, this is where we find out Joey Ryan is signed with Impact Wrestling. In my notes, that's where I see it. Dude, Rob, what do you think of this match without getting to the finish or anything?
Pure chaos. AC Romero's a big boy. That's all I gotta say.
Did you guys know that I'm from Buffalo? So here is where the spot happened to where he actually pushed the person out of the ring on the pounce. And it was Anthony Gaines, the dude who was outside when we were going to tickets to ESW.
Shout out to ESW.
Yeah, that's right. Empire State Wrestling. Freaking dude's amazing. So they came in here, and they have a lot of different people. You got Jake Chris. Tessa Blanchard is, let me say this. Tessa Blanchard is one of the best performers, period. I don't care about male, female, none of that. Tessa Blanchard is one of the best performers for Impact Wrestling. They have to find a way to keep her in the good graces.
Connor just said it. Tessa proved why she's the best wrestler in Impact. I agree with you on that one.
Hell yeah, Connor. 100%, bro. Connor knows wrestling is right. With this match, though, Daga took a lot of abuse in this match. Like, he was the savior in all of this. He was busting his ass throughout. And for that, I don't even know what to say, man. At one point, Daga got to hit a destroyer coming off of a ladder onto the apron with Jake Chris going through the ladder. And this wasn't your WWE wooden ladder bullshit. This was like a real ladder. Like, at first we were like, my head. My head.
Yeah, I kind of winced on that one.
Yeah. Oh, you want to wince, bro. The real wince is when Tessa and your boy Romero, bro. So Romero ends up with, what was it, setup of 2 ladders originally?
Yeah, because he used one for each leg because he's
500 pounds.
The girth.
Yeah. And
look at the size of him.
That big son of a bitch. So he's up there getting ready to reach for the title. People think, hey, maybe it's going to happen. And then Tessa's in there and she starts shaking the ladder, getting ready to push it. Well, the big man is not on balance and everything else is happening. And then all of a sudden he begins to teeter a little bit. They have a table set up on the outside. Your boy Ace lands on the top rope, goes through a table, and then the ladder falls out on top of him. That is a big-ass dude. I thought people in the crowd were going to die.
I thought he was going to take that railing out.
Yeah, dude.
That barricade. He kind of hit, remember, what was that, All Out?
Yeah.
That tag match where Nick Jackson hit the rope, went up, caught the rope. And,
I honestly thought that was going to happen. I'm probably going to think that for the next few ladder matches I see, though, that someone's going to clip their leg or something.
Yeah,
but
chill.
But that was a holy shit moment.
Man, that's a lot of weight coming down too. Hit that hard.
Yeah.
That table exploded.
Yeah,
I'm not exaggerating. That table exploded.
He's a big boy, dude. I'm not gonna front with that. But that was a really dope spot. Yeah. Spot of the night.
He ain't get up after that.
No, he was down. And then you think Tessa's about to finally pull it off, but here comes the rest of OVE. Fulton and Dave Chris come out. Dave Chris, number one, came out wearing the Browns. That is a fail already as he came down to the ramp. And Tessa dives out onto him. Fulton interferes, stops her a couple times, starting to do choke slams. Tessa let out a mean couple bad words.
Said, "Come on, mother."
Yeah, she said, "Come on, mother." And you could hear it, like, there was no bleeping that.
Yeah.
Tessa, but that got me into the match when she yelled that. Tessa goes in. And the moment you think she's finally got it, Ace Austin makes his way back into the ring, and he grabs his Gambit staff, and he fucking clobbered her in the head with it. It bent, dude. I had to drop the F-bomb on it. I'm sorry. He clobbered her in the head with it. The staff bent. Ace Austin wins. He is your X Division champion. Now, on my predictions, I honestly thought Tessa was going to win, wait for option C, and cash in on the World Heavyweight Champion. Rob, what do you think of this decision for Ace Austin getting the dub? And what do you think of Gambit from X-Men? Same for you, live chat.
Gambit was one of my favorite X-Men.
Damn right.
But this gimmick, I don't like it.
Not a fan? You feel like it's a ripoff too much, or
it's just not working for me.
In
he's
Impact
a great
or
wrestler.
Anywhere?
Just with him pulling this off, it's just not working for me. But he's a great wrestler. So
wait a minute. What did Brown sucks? Agreed. Ace Austin versus Roman Reigns versus Eddie Edwards and Nathan Bumbaye next Sunday.
Alright.
Yo, crazy. I
man's booking in here.
I like Ace Austin. I just don't like the his music. I wish they would kind of give him some better music.
Yeah, what'd you say? It sounds like a Twitch stream?
Yeah, I'm like, what Twitch stream is this? It just sounded bad.
Welcome to my gamer channel. We're going to be playing some Fortnite.
We're going to play X-Men on Sega Genesis today.
I'd watch that, actually.
I would, too. Nightcrawler all day, dog. So that's the end of this match. I gave this a B+. I thought it was really, really good. Solid match here for the X Division. X Division always puts on good matches, though. That's been the backbone of Impact Wrestling since 2002. Let's not front. Shout out to AJ Styles. So, next up. Oh, shit. This match.
Oh, eviscerate this match.
This match, I have to tear to shreds, guys. And I didn't want to because I really wanted to enjoy this. We have Moose with Frank Trigg versus Ken Shamrock. Now,
before we go any further, Frank Trigg, you suck.
Frank Trigg, I don't know what he was doing in this match, but it was all off. It was just dog shit. And Moose, I like Moose. Moose was trying to keep it together, I felt, but it just wasn't working. It takes two to tango, man, and Moose was doing his best. Frank Trigg sucked. That was too much. He didn't need to be there. And Ken Shamrock, what do you think about Ken? Like, we haven't seen Ken Shamrock in the ring in quite some time. He doesn't need to be doing MMA fighting anymore. He's too damn old.
What is he, 56?
Yeah. He was 50 Cent's bodyguard recently. Like, I mean...
Oh, he's a bad dude.
Yo, when he came out, he was still jacked for his age. Like, he's whooping Zack Ryder's dad's ass, I think, in a fight. I don't know, though. He was jacked. Uh-oh. This match was effing awful. Mother effing Ken Shamrock looks awesome at 56.
And he does.
And F Frank Trigg.
I agree.
This chat's
on point right now.
That's right. So, Rob, I don't know, man. So, were you excited for Ken Shamrock going into this?
No.
Why? I was excited for him.
Why do I need to see this?
Ken Shamrock's the shit, bro. We may never get to see Ken Shamrock again.
Why do we need to see him anymore?
Ken Shamrock never got the proper send-off. Let me just say this. Ken Shamrock got freaking screwed out of being WWF champion. They treated him like dog shit and put him in the corporation. I don't know.
You know, that's what he gets for beating up Val Venus. It's just for looking at his sister.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was Billy Gunn first, right?
Yeah. Well, Billy Gunn mooned her or something, which was sus. But anyway, we digress. This match here, Moose and Ken Shamrock have been going back and forth. It felt like it was going to be like an MMA bout, but then you didn't really want to turn it into... I felt they tried to do the Kurt Angle Samoa Joe, like start off with MMA, then get into wrestling, and it just didn't work. I don't know. It's not what this match needed, and Moose isn't ready for that, I feel.
Somebody said Ken Shamrock should have had Deontay Wilder in his corner.
That would have been dope.
You think they could have afforded that?
Yo, Nathan Wallace out here booking.
Man, that would have been crazy, though.
Hell no, they couldn't have afforded that. They'd have to give him all the money for the house.
Think about it like this, though. You had Frank Trigg out there who showed no emotion. It's like he didn't care he was out there. He was holding Ken Shamrock's foot with a stone look on his face like, yeah, I have your ankle. All right. One point where, who was it? Ken Shamrock had the ankle lock in. Moose somehow distracted the referee. Frank Trigg comes in. He gets fucking laid out.
Frank Trigg
and he knows that he got
one hitter quittered.
Rolled out of the ring and then just got back on the apron.
Yo, Frank Trigg was ass, bro. And he got right up after.
As bad as this match was, he was the worst part.
Absolutely. And I don't know why he's always involved in the Impact Wrestling angles. Maybe he trained some of the wrestlers. I'm not saying he's a horrible trainer. I just don't think he needs to be out there.
Like, as an on-air talent, he sucks.
Yeah, he should just maybe be in a corner and not do anything else. But that's just carrying his name. So the finish of this match basically comes from a time of they're out there, they're doing their thing, and during the match, you see Frank Trigg, after he gets knocked off the apron or whatever, he goes with some wire cutters and cuts off the turnbuckle pad. I don't know why you couldn't just pull it off or untie it, but he cuts it, and it's exposed. Ken Shamrock has an ankle lock locked on for mad long, so Moose is obviously tougher than any UFC fighter who's ever been in one. Rolls through, and Ken Shamrock's head's supposed to hit the turnbuckle, and he whiffs it, like, completely.
He stumbled on the roll through, and it's like, oh crap, I gotta go. So he stepped forward and just...
He missed.
His fingertips hit the turf.
It was bad. And then Moose hits a spear. 1, 2, 3. Moose gets the win. This is a fucking D+, bro.
And that's being generous.
Dude, yeah, because I have not seen an F match in quite some time. The last one I've probably seen would be Booker T's wife, Charmel versus Jenna Maresca for TNA. That shit was horrible. But this was a D+ in my opinion. It just didn't connect. Do you do a rematch for this, guys? No, nobody's feeling it?
Let it die.
Ken Shamrock, it's time for him to hang up the wrestling boots now, Jeremy Harris says. Deontay Wilder will want too much money. King, he wants all the fucking money for the event, bro.
Shit, if you can get him, he deserves that money.
Big facts, but I don't know if that's going to equal enough buys for it, though. I don't think it's worth it for him. Rob, let's get in. Before we get to the main event, at this point, I started noticing some things. But first, let's talk about their next pay-per-view for 2020. Go ahead, I'll let you give out the name.
Steven Seagal as Mason Storm in Hard to Kill.
Dude, why are they naming these joints after Steven Seagal movies? I want my credit for that because I was like, yo, wasn't that a Steven Seagal movie? Dope name, I guess, right? Hard to Kill for a wrestling pay-per-view. We'll see what they do with it, though. Impact Wrestling's been on point for their pay-per-views, I feel.
I can't get too mad at the name. AEW's got Full Gear coming up. That's a stupid name. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Last year, WWE had Great Balls of Fire. TNA ran a pay-per-view called Hard Justice.
Shout out to Dick Justice, who's taking a semi-retirement right now. Let me just give him a shout out for pro wrestlers.
NWA's got one coming up called Into the Fire, right?
Yeah.
That's a dope one.
You know, but they used some weak-ass emojis, though, to announce it. I was like, damn, I could have did this. But we'll see what happens with these pay-per-view names. They're running out of names, too. Sami Callihan's promo for this, I thought it was really good when he said, like, cut out the static and all that bullshit that he did as Solomon Crow.
Oh, like, he was a hacker or whatever?
Yeah, dude, he brought up...
I can dim the lights.
He brought up some good shit, though. Like, Solomon Crow didn't need any of this bullshit. Like, he needed someone to give him a chance, and NXT failed him. That system failed him because he was never given anything during his time there. I thought it was a really good promo. Sami Callihan excels on the microphone. Except for when Jim Cornette's around. Then he's just an asshole. But good for Sami Callihan here. And then I had to ask the question before this match happened. What happened to the 6-man tag match? And I know that Matt Lopez and a couple other people brought it up to me. That it was already recorded pre-show for their television tapings. But you announced it on the show. So I wanted to see the Rascals versus Dr. Wagner, Aerostar, and Taurus. Like... That was a match I was looking forward to, and it just disappeared off the card. Let somebody know, maybe. I don't know. I felt bamboozled by that a little bit.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, and I like it. First time I've ever used that on the podcast. Hashtag it. I don't know, dude. I just wanted to see that match. AAA stars were here. I wanted to see something different from it, but I lost it. Too bad. Impact Championship match. No DQ match, Rob. Brian Cage versus Sami Callihan. Are these two in the right spots?
Yes.
All right. Now, Brian Cage comes out. He's like dressed up like if Terminator and Wolverine had a baby. Like if they were, mixing it all together, Terminator stuff.
That is the mashup we don't need.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing here. He came out with like the Wolverine claws, but he had the Terminator eye on.
He's a machine, man.
I don't know. He was wearing way too many lights and shit. I was just like, yo, take that shit off and get in the ring. But they started fighting right away. Like the bell, there was no introductions even for this match. They were brawling, ready to go throughout this match. The claw. Yo, me and Robert were disgusted by this shit.
Okay, so Sammy's already busted open from Cage biting him. Because he was just so infuriated after what he did to his wife at the wedding and all that good stuff.
Melissa Santos, who is from Lucha Underground, the ring announcer.
And mighty fine.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, so from his entrance, he had the Wolverine claws. He grabs one of those after he was already cut open from the teeth. He takes the 3 claws and runs it across his head. And I'm quite sure it was just sharpened to where it would feel like paper cuts or whatever, but he had a gusher going. It looked kind of gross.
Yeah, I'm with it. Sorry, somebody just asked me to give them a link on Reddit. So if you guys come in from there, show them some love. But that blood. So do you think he cut? I don't know. I don't even want to get into the mutilation of self during this. I don't know how they did that cut thing, but it looked freaking gross.
I used to watch New Jack matches, so nothing surprises me anymore.
Hand me that pizza cutter,
Ralph Brandon looking motherfucker.
So. In this, that's New Jack and Mass Trans, if you guys are wondering where that came from. Classic, legendary match. Look up the court case behind it. Sami Callihan ends up going through a table. I thought this dude was dead. He's bleeding from his forehead. He's got the ring bell by his head. Like, no shits were given during this match. Steel stairs are set up. A guardrail is placed on it. Cage is trying to put him through it, but eventually Sami Callihan figures out a way to pile drive Cage through Mick Foley style. Sami Callihan is a badass MFer. I honestly will say he's been the MVP since I've started watching Impact again.
I agree.
Like for the last couple years, I think I started back in 2017? Whenever he was fighting like Pentagon and all them back then, like dude, he's been amazing. He's always had really good matches, and this is no different. We eventually get to the thumbtack spot. I've seen him pull out Legos, but this time he has thumbtacks in the bag. He puts them all down, and Cage gets dropped on them, but he kicks out at 1. He no-sells that shit, and they brawl back and forth, and eventually the drill claw is hit. 1, 2, 3.
Onto the thumbtacks.
Yes, and Cage gets the victory. I was shocked by this. I did not think Cage was getting the dub.
What we got going on in the catch? What's his name? Mark Cube. I hope I'm saying that right. BS that Sammy didn't win. I get it though. Access probably wants Cage out there for TV, not Sammy. If you're gonna market around someone, I don't like to judge a book by its cover, but he's a legit looking champion.
I think that I don't know why Sami Callihan is really good on promos though. I think you got to go with who the people are gravitating towards of your Impact at this point. But you own the network, so what does it matter? I'm with Matt Lopez. He said I thought Sammy was going to win. I legit felt he was going to win. I had this idea of Cage leaving to go to AEW. I don't see Cage going there. I don't know why.
If Cage is gonna leave, I can see him actually going on to like NXT or even the main roster in WWE. I feel like Vince would be all over him.
Nasty cut. Connor. What? Connor, you would. Sammy should have won, King says. So a lot of people feel like Sammy was robbed in this. Like, I felt the same way, guys. I thought Sammy was going to win this. So here's my honest prediction towards the end here. I'll give it to you. I thought Tessa would win, get the title, cash in option C on Sami Callihan, who just became champion. It'll take a couple months for this to happen. And then Tessa cashes in and she becomes the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. Didn't turn out that way, though.
Yeah, see, I did pick Cage to win this match only because this dude broke a bottle over your wife's head. There's no way you're not beating the crap out of this dude.
Yeah, that's
leaving him incapacitated.
Yeah. Shout out to Melissa Santos for taking that, too. That looked really good, how they did it. And Sami Callihan plays a great heel, man. He's a bastard with OVE. They run roughshod over Impact. They are the top group for this. Rob, let's talk about overall pay-per-view grade. Chat, same question for you. Tell me what grade you would give it. We do D+, A-, C+, whatever you guys think. Tell me your grade for this pay-per-view if you guys watched it live in the chat. Rob, we didn't write it down yet, so what do you think for this, man?
Overall, I'm going to give this show... I'm going to go around C+.
You're going to go C+ for it?
Yeah.
I was thinking this maybe. But that D, how bad does that D hurt it?
It wasn't too. It didn't take too much away from the show, but it was really bad.
I feel this grade. I'm gonna say B-. I'm gonna give it a B- for its overall grade.
Around the same.
C+. Yeah. I'm not saying it was the best pay-per-view that they've put on since I've been watching it, but it was all right.
Overall, I enjoyed the show.
Mark Cube gives it a B. Connor says B.
Hey, speaking of Mark Cube, let us know if we're saying that name right.
Yeah, let us know, brother. And if you guys subscribe to the channel, let me know, man. Give you guys a shout out. I haven't heard anybody's thing click yet. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, as you guys can see on the subscriber goal watching us. Matt Lopez says B. Man, maybe we're harsh, man, but I know I'm a harsh grader. I'm not going to front. He is booking. Nathan Wallace says A. I hope that's for your card, brother. I'm not going to say this was an A show.
No, Nathan, I wonder if you got an online federation or something.
Yeah.
You got some ideas, man.
Yep,
Nathan
he says we
Wallace
got it.
Gave that an A.
Mark Cube says that we've got his name down.
All right.
Dopeness.
King gives it a B.
Thank you for the sub, brother.
My man.
We do shows Wednesday after Dynamite, guys. We also do shows Friday's supposed to be WWE Day. It's been rough, though. You'll probably hear the young intern crying in the background. It's been rough lately, man, on Fridays and the weekends, so pray for me. Let's see here. Jeremy Harris, D for the... what?
Ooh.
D for the X Division. Ooh, Jeremy, why didn't you like it, man? I need you to elaborate on that. We'll hang out in here for a second. We'll get ready to wrap this up soon, but I appreciate everybody who's the new subscribers. Thank you for coming in here. I hope you guys join us for AEW, WWE. I'm pretty sure me and Rob, I don't know if you're going to be off for Wrestle Kingdom, but we'll probably try and do something with that. I'm going to see if I can get, maybe I'll ask Brian if he can come back on and do another predictions with me. Maybe Christmas again or something.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I love doing that show with Brian, man. That was really good stuff. So we do New Japan. Everything pro wrestling is everything. I try to cover as much as I can, but there's so much shit that you got to watch. It's tough.
Matt Lopez, ROH UK shows this weekend.
Just found y'all on Twitter. Yep, follow me on Twitter at EPW Show. You guys will see my layouts. Usually my layouts are a little bit more dope than this, but Sal Rex was probably pretty busy, so he couldn't get to me for this. ROH UK shows this weekend. Hell yeah, Matt. That should be dope. SmackDown and Raw sucks. King, we know this, brother. We know this. I'm done until I hear it's better. Yeah, they got to improve, man. They got a lot of work to do, and Eric Bischoff definitely just got the snips. Got cut.
I'm indifferent to it.
I don't think he gives a shit either, though.
Nah.
If Bruce was doing all the work anyway, what's the difference? All right. See you guys. See you, Nathan. On that point, though, guys, if you're in here, like I said, don't forget to click that like button. Check out Rob's merch. Rob makes all the merch for us. We got everything pro wrestling shirts with the AEW logos with it. We've got some video game ones. WWE 2K20 comes out on Tuesday. That shit looks trash. Don't think I'm getting it this year. First time ever. Check out Original Biggie. I'm surprised he didn't make his way in here. Ace Austin steals Tessa Blanchard's moment tonight. That is a fact, man. That was tough. All right, Mark Cube. You guys have a good night. Thank you for checking out this Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory. If you guys want to see more of the videos, let me know in the comment section down below. We're out, Rob. Peace.